Name is Adit Krishna CK. I am here to present a seminar on the topic legal and ethical issues in e-commerce. As you know, we are in the pandemic days. We will take every necessary services and things will be on online, and also our social media accounts and also the users of them has been increased. So there should be a proper legal and ethical issues. As the title suggests, there should be a security for every accounts. So we are here going to look into these problems. Nowadays we know that due to the pandemic days of every necessary services and things will be online. So when we use what are the necessary things to do to secure our e-commerce, that is the introduction of the topic. So let's get into this topic. Security measures in e-commerce: snooping the shopper's computer, guessing the password, snipping the network, unauthorized disclosure, unauthorized action, and EVAs dropping. So these are the security measures in e-commerce. What do you mean by, first of all, what do you mean by e-commerce? E-commerce means doing commerce in online. Well, that is mean by e-commerce, not by the hands. It will be done always by online, like online shoppings, online services, etc., like Flipkart, etc. So let's look into snooping. The term data snooping sometimes referred to as data trading. Data fishing is used to describe a situation in which a particular data is said to be analyzed repeatedly without the prior hypothesis of interest. So this data fishing and data trading means that without our interest or without our prior hypothesis that one is fetching into a data, that is mean by snooping. So we can overcome this by making it secure. That is snooping the shopper's computer. As we know, the shoppers always have the QR code and etc. to pay their money. So snooping is a security context is unauthorized access to another person's or company data. The pattern is similar to eavesdropping, but it is necessarily limited gaining to data. During its transmission snooping can be induced and actual observation of email. That is snooping the shoppers. That is guessing password. As we take any accounts in social media, also it services there should be a password set in the order to be security. But this password can be easily hacked by the hackers. So this also is a crime in networks, also social media. So as you know, our Facebook, WhatsApp, and everything has many data, so it can be done. It's unauthorized disclosure. A person data breach means a breach of security leading to the accidental or unlawful registration, loss, attraction of authorized disclosure of access to personal data. So this our personal data can be changed, altered, and it can be destroyed. So it can be also be and measured to be saved. This is unauthorized action of personal data. The General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) introduces a mandatory requirement on a data controller to access certain personal data which is to be supervised by authority. This is also an important measure. This is an important measure of GDPR. It is General Data Protection Act of our world. It is our India has been taken many measures to college. It's eavesdropping. Eavesdropping attack is also known as sniffing or snooping attack is theft of information and harassment. Even a network by computer, smartphone, or a connected device. As I told in this, it's also a snooping. That is getting into the personal data. So let us look into the types of threats and sources. So which are the types of threats and sources? We are using many sites and many other things in order to change the things. That is the VPN, kernel vulnerabilities, blended attack, downloading tactics, renaming application, peer-to-peer application, music and video resources. These are mainly the types of threats and sources. As we know, we are always collecting the Wi-Fi through nets. We are collecting the nets through this Wi-Fi. So this can also be an hackers who can hack these passwords of the Wi-Fi. So the first one, VPN tunnel vulnerabilities. So it is very much difficult, and the ad source can also cause harm in our personal data. Downloaded tactics. So we can be downloaded from blacknet, that is dark web, everything. So it can also, once you enter the dark web, then always your sites and everything will be under their observation. So this can cause a big mess to your personal data, such as your codes and every information. Yes, music and video resources. So we are always eager to put statuses and everything. So this can also goes in the music and video resources. DOS. What is DOS? Denial of services. That is DOS. Attacks are the most difficult to address. So these attacks are mostly common in our India, some other countries, and also so the nastiest because they are easily to launch, difficult to track, and it's easy to refuse the request of attackers. So this is not easy to find who all had been hacked by others, and this is a nastiest because every to launch difficult to track. So they cannot be tracked because they can change their VPN all times, and when the other countries invade our net, so it is very difficult the cyber polices and cyber doms to trace them without any refusing legitimate request for service. The promise of DOS sends more requests to the machine and it can handle. So we know that this DOS denial of service is very much difficult to trace these things. So be careful on these things. And next topic, regulatory framework of e-commerce. So electronic and digital signature laws, computer crime laws, intellectual property law, data protection and privacy law, telecommunication law. So let us go to the conclusion that security and trust are the fundamental to e-commerce because they refuse both reassure both consumer and business. It's essential for a country to electronic transaction, consumer protection, crime. So a country, if a country's data should be protected, then there should be a law for the people. Otherwise, our personal data can be intruded. That's a big example for China and India. That was an crime war on these networks. So this everybody can seek into your data. So be careful and thank you.